howdy, everyone, and welcome into the beginning of Space Quest month. That's right. As I record this, as I stream it live tonight, we are celebrating Space Quest month here at my Twitch channel. All month long, I'll be playing Space Quest games, official games, fan games, a little bit of everything Space Quest. We're going to have a good time. We are celebrating the 30th anniversary of the launch of my Space Quest fan site, Roger Wilco's Virtual Broom Closet. I made some big updates there over the past day or so. I got some more new content rolling in over there. So for the first time in decades, the Virtual Broom Closet is back alive, and we're ready. We're ready to get down to business here at the channel. We're going to dive deep, and tonight we're playing Space Quest 1, Chapter 1, the Sarien Encounter, the first chapter, First Blood. And I can't wait to see what's going to happen. Yeah, fan games too. We've got all kinds of good stuff in store. I don't know quite what fan games I'm going to play yet. My goal is to knock out Vohal Strikes Back and Incinerations at a minimum, but we might get some more of those in there as well. Oh, Ben, this is a great Ask Jess Anything. The song mentions ASMR. Are you bringing that back? You know, at some point I really should. I need to get back on my ASMR game. Here, how about this? Let's see if this is pleasing. ASMR. Wait. That's the sound of a Amazon Basics AA battery pinging against a large metal water truck. It's all you need. I have not played half of Darkness. I'm not familiar with that one, but welcome into it. Let's just do this thing. Let's get into this ding dang game. I think I'm going to play the classic DOS version since I played the Apple II GS last time around. Let's dickety do this thing. That's my classic catchphrase. Y'all know it and love it. Wow, look at it go. 1987. This is version 2.2. This is your most common version you're going to find on Space Quest collections, on storefronts nowadays. I really love the M's in this title font here. Look how nice those M's and by extension W's are. Light years from Earth's solar system, the people of the galaxy Irnon have been struggling to maintain the precious balance of life. The sun of Irnon is slowly dying. The planets grow cold. Food is no longer plentiful. Life will soon become impossible to sustain. The scientific community of Xenon devised a plan to convert one of Irnon's lifeless planets into a new Sien. The effort was centered around the development of a device called the Star Generator. The Star Generator would be capable of igniting an otherwise useless planet into a raging ball of flame. An expedition set out aboard the starship Arcada to successfully complete development and testing of the Star Generator. The Arcada is now returning triumphantly to Xenon with the fully operational Star Generator. You serve as a member of the crew of the Arcada as a janitor. That's right, a janitor. Just like Planetfall. And not a very good one. You probably would have been sacked and replaced were the Arcada not millions of kilometers from Xenon. As we join our story, you've just completed one of your famous on-shift naps in one of the janitorial storage closets. A nice closet, if you will. Is Space Quest 1 the earliest point in the official games? Yeah, I don't think we ever go before Space Quest 1 in any of the official games. Okay, we're going to go with the classic. We're going to be Roger Wilco. And here we are. We're gaming, baby. You're startled.
Enough.
Thank you. You're startled by the sound of an alarm. It's followed by an urgent voice which warns that the Arcada has been boarded by an unknown intruders. It ends abruptly. Go back into the closet. You've just stumbled into a small, dark, and very cluttered, nice closet.
Nice closet.
Thank you, Pickled Dog. Thank you, Khalil, for that. Thank both of you. Many things fall down, most of them landing on you. Doesn't say much to your cleaning prowess. This has a lot of Hugo's House of Horrors vibe, true. Let's see. Hello, Roger Wilco. This is the Scott Murphy
Excuse
Murphy Easter egg here. Hey, thank you, Clill. You're obviously a person of dubious taste. Drop me a line at Sierra and let me know if you've enjoyed playing. Now, that's no longer a valid offer since Sierra is no longer an actual company. You'd have to, write to Microsoft now, I guess. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm excited for this. I love me some Space Quest 1. This is going to be better with a 50s style B-movie aesthetic. Sort of a 50s style B-movie Lynchian perspective. Search body. You search the body of your crewmate and find a key card. Take the key card. Look, man. He's non-functional. That's a bummer. All right. We're off to a great start. 1 point. We're like 0.5% to the end of this game. The door opens and a man you recognize as one of the lab scientists enters. He appears to be injured. After only a few steps, he slumps to the floor. I like how the narration tries to sound futuristic and sciencey. I think Scott Murphy does a good job with that. Talk to man. His current condition, the man is not much of a conversationalist. Help man. A large laser hole has been burned in his uniform through which you can see previously unexposed tissue. Struggling painfully, he raises up on one elbow. He tells you the Arcada is under attack and that the star generator is in danger. You'd better leave if you value your life. I will not get all 202 points. I never do. I don't know what I'm missing. He looks over toward the shelves full of cartridges and utters the words, "Astral body." Then he sells to the floor lifeless. Talk to man. Look wound. Oh, well. I think you need a perfect skimmer run. Yeah, no thanks. There is a fan site that claims the scientist is Slash Fahal. I don't subscribe to such things. Astral body. Searching. Retrieving. This would be a great place to insert some copy protection. I hope somebody got on that eventually. Get cartridge. Look, cartridge. Astral body formation, the untold story. Start. Eat cartridge, good point. That act would lack any serious gratification. Here we go. Wrong way. They're the Sariens, though. Beans, it's the Sariens. Sarien conga line. These Sariens are grade A jerks, if you ask me. Dun, 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 dun. There is no star generator here to look at. Oh, no, that's the ding-dang plot of the game. Will this stream end with a speedrun of Space Quest 2? Maybe. Maybe. Look, screen. All right, we got plenty of time. Who doesn't wish they had an old 286 around? That sounds like heaven. Yes, please. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, that's true. Space Quest 2 is just too funny. It's hard to play. Oh, you think your footsteps? Oh, look at that. Alien observes his handiwork briefly, then leaves. A smoldering carbo-gelatinous heap. You can't help but wonder why you bothered getting up this morning. Thank you, Matt, for that sticker. All right, that's our first death. We're doing great. We're doing great. That was honestly I just wanted to see that death. That wasn't even, that one was totally on purpose. Think you hear footsteps. Unable to see anyone here, the alien leaves to search elsewhere. Downstairs. Ooh, have a restored Tandy TL1000. I had a 1000EX as my first computer and then a TX as my second computer. Red flashing alarm light here. Which indicates you better get moving. Those are serious alarms. Look buttons. Look controls. Press open bay door. You know, I haven't spent much time with the GOG versions of Space Quest, honestly. Watch this. This is a really good message. Alas, it does not open. You've adorned the door with a small circle of nose grease. Or you Carl Malden, it could have gotten ugly. What a reference. Slide the keycard into the slot. You hear an audible click. You take the keycard back. Press right button. Look, sign. Sign on the wall warns the bay doors are currently open. Look, see it. Standard issue flat suit. Get suit. Yeah, I've always thought it's kind of funny. Like, Roger's janitorial togs are his coveralls or whatever are sort of the standard look for Roger when we think of Roger Wilco, maybe with some purple accents on there. But he spends so much of this game in the flight suit. He actually probably spends more time in his Sarien uniform than he does in his janitor uniform. Turn on gadget. The helmet is a little buggy. Let's see. Open airlock. Press airlock button. There we go. We're doing great, gang. I don't know if this is world record pace, but I think it probably is. I think it's world record pace for a website anniversary celebration. So it's world record pace, %, website anniversary. Press platform button. Now an escape pod here. Look, space. You see stars to infinity and beyond. One step beyond. Look, pod. All right. Noom lock. Enter pod. Search seat. Look, seat. No hidden buckazoids. Look, floor. Look, pod. A dark console before you and a seatbelt at your side. Wish you had paid more attention during crew orientation. Let's see. Buckle seatbelt. Press power. Okay. Look, screen. Full throttle. Okay. That's my favorite Charlie's Angels movie. All right. Pull throttle. Oh, close door. Full throttle. Yeah, you got to do that before you fly out into space. Congratulations. You've nearly escaped an explosive death. Don't start patting yourself on the back just yet, though. You're traveling aimlessly through the cosmos. All right. Escaped. Press do not touch button. Hey, we'd love to see this. Press don't touch button. It said don't touch. Space, space, space. I warned you. Maybe that's just 2 spaces. It's pretty much the start of Star Wars, yeah. I mean, we're less complainy than C-3PO, though, the whole time. And did you hear something? It was probably just the gators irritating another Space Quest player. Go back to sleep, Berta. I do appreciate that they added so many more alligators to the moat here. Oh man, Grayson, this is a great question. One of my favorite things I've got planned for this month. A lot of the stuff is the stuff that I launched at the Broom Closet already, like the new publications section, which you helped contribute to, of course, is something I'm really hyped about. Like, if you haven't seen it yet, I'll give a link to the Broom Closet here. Thank you. Let's see. Broom Closet. If you go there, you can check out the new publications section, which has everything from strategy guides to reviews of the Space Quest games, from magazines, from newsletters, all kinds of things, to articles about the two guys from Andromeda, catalog entries from old Sierra catalogs about Space Quest, kind of everything that Space Quest has ever had in print, including the comic book adaptation of this game, is now there. I'm very excited about that. But for Star Quest coming up, I'm hoping by the end of the month to really have a better version of the Space Quest 7 page ready. I'd like to get a kind of a contemporary telling of what happened to the various projects that tried to follow up on Space Quest 6 and where they all landed along the way. And beyond that, I think that getting a chance on here to stream those fan games, I'm really excited about. I really want to play Valhalla Strikes Back and Incinerations again. I haven't played them since release, and really enjoyed both of them. Through a strange quirk of fate, or was it? You have stumbled into a place beyond time, space, and dimension. You have entered the Daventry Zone. That's right, the land of King's Quest. This will not help you now since you're playing Space Quest. There's so many fan games out there. Absolutely, David Alexander. Thank you for playing Space Quest. Too bad you failed miserably and doomed all your people to a horrible death at the hands of the Sariens. If you continue playing as skillfully as this, we'll never have a chance for a sequel. Better luck next time. We did it. We ding dang died. And thank you again, Clill, for that sticker. All right. Press auto nav. Beep. The monitor flashes. You study it to see what new information is being displayed. I love this 3D display here. Again, this is kind of Star Wars-y, right? Like, that's basically how the Death Star plans get displayed. The auto nav is locked onto a small planet of Kerona, and the pod has begun its approach. Nothing to do now but hang on. I once asked Mark and Scott how they came up with the name Kerona, and it turns out that was the brand of beer they were drinking at the time. Sometimes it's as simple as that. After a skull-jarring landing, you peer out through the shattered viewing port onto the desert landscape. A feeling of utter desolation settles in. You're in a fine mess now, Roger Wilco. Look in pod. Look at pod. A survival kit. Get kit. Open kit. All right, we got everything out. Unbuckle seatbelt. Looking tongue. Open door. Look in tunk. Exit pod. All right, here we go. So we are outside now. We are on Kerona. And again, I know I've told this story a million times, but I feel obligated to tell it in case it's anyone's first time watching me stream Space Quest 1. This is exactly where I got really messed up when I played this game for the first time in 1987. In that I did not pick up the glass here from the crash site. And as a result, could not pass the laser beams that we will use it on here in a few minutes. And I was stuck at this for a year straight, like just nothing, just stuck here indefinitely. And the only way I ever beat this puzzle as a kid, my parents weren't going to let me call the hint line, and they weren't going to buy me a hint book, certainly. I was in Radio Shack one day and overheard another customer speaking to an employee about this puzzle. And I eavesdropped, Laura Bow style. I put my hand up to my ear and leaned in expectantly and learned the solution to this puzzle. And it was a life change. What are the chances? Exactly. No, I mean, it is wild. It's like that was, if that's not Kismet, I don't know what is, if that's indeed what Kismet means. All right, get glass. Now I know. We used to have third spaces in this country, physical media game stores. And yeah, the rest of the mall was like a liminal space between your car and those game stores. Kids used to drop eaves. I dropped eaves all the time. That's the only thing I ever dropped. Retro gamer dad, are you a fake old time gamer for never having played a Space Quest? No, I don't think so. Not everybody can play every game. There are tons of classic adventure games I haven't played. I mean, I just broke a sword for the first time a few weeks ago. All right, the Crackly Bridge, doing well. We're on the bridge ridge. Oh no, it's a spider droid. I hate those guys. Suddenly you see a large black metal sphere falling out of the sky, Sarien spider droid. On touching down the planet's surface, it sprouts legs and begins its search for you. You seem to recall an article in Space Piston magazine. I like that Space Piston magazine is established here in Space Quest 1 before appearing as a pack-in the box in Space Quest 2 and 4. Seek out organic life forms and self-destruct when contact is made. I should put my arm in the hole. I'm missing all the good deaths. It's all right, we'll make up some on the back end. You'll probably get to see me die at the slot machine a few times. The slots owe death. Kerona. Get rock. I love the color scheme on the cave here. It looks good in the Apple II GS and some of the Amiga versions as well. But Mark Crow knew how to draw a cave, or a cavern in this case. The only way to go is left. I like when a game calls it left instead of west. I can respect that. All right. Great times. Now, this is my favorite thing. This is my favorite thing there is. Still remember when very young watching the bit with Roger and the Spider Droid, just being fascinated. And Electronics Boutique, that's awesome. I loved this animation as a kid. Like, I'd played King's Quest 2 at this point. Graham never did anything as cool as that. What a good bit. Put rock on geyser. Now, there's a wonderful death here if I can just remember how to trigger it. Oh, it's just drink water. You lean over to drink from the tempting pool of liquid. As your lips touch the fluid, you feel a pain which can liken to kissing a lit rocket nozzle. Now you know what they mean when they say don't drink the water. The no head. Oh my gosh. That's right. You have no head. That's one of my favorite Space Quest lines. That's so funny it could be in Space Quest 2. That darn pool must be filled with acid. You obviously can't go on living that way. Also a very good line. You can't go on living that way. It's true. Just try it. It's not going to work. You continue playing as skillfully as this, we'll never have a chance for a sequel. Better luck next time. All right. It's funny. I see in the dialogue of this game that Scott has done a lot of double spacing after periods. And I have to say, as I've gone back to rework the virtual broom closet, one of the things that I found that really annoyed me about my own writing from the year 1995 was that I was using double spacing in a lot of my HTML. But of course, HTML doesn't recognize spaces. So in order to get a double space after a period at the end of a sentence, you would have to use the HTML code, like the ASCII code, to get a blank space. So after every period on my website, it was the HTML code and NBSP semicolon space in order to create that effect. Yeah, that's right. And that does not look good on the web. That doesn't look good anywhere anymore. I wouldn't double space after any punctuation now, but going through a real big search and replace on the website to try to start working through those. I was trained so hard. Like, something else I've noticed when reading the broom closet, like, it's funny what rules of grammar stick with you. Like, the kinds of linguistic gymnastics I did as an 18-year-old to never end a sentence in a preposition, and in turn constructing far more elaborate sentences than would ever need to be used in a fan site about Space Quest. Yeah, it's truly remarkable. You know, when I took typing in high school, it was still on typewriters. So there it was important. So this is where I got to. Like, when I got this game on my 10th birthday, my first playthrough made it all the way to right here. I hadn't found the glass, and this was my experience. You're now lying on the floor in many pieces. Guess those beams mean business, Roger Wilco. And I was just here for 1 Earth year. Just this is as far as I got in Space Quest. And you better believe I just kept going back and playing it. Like, there's no chance I'm not going to, I'm going to let this one sit. Use glass. Pretty good puzzle, though. You've quite cleverly turned the beam upon itself, frying it into inoperability. Hey, good to see you. Yeah, computers rendered the discussion moot. Okay. Drips. Ah! Ah! Normally I'm really good at the drips. This is not one of those nuts. That's what get me. Okay. Look at that. Masterful. I'm going to go back and edit that. And when you watch the VOD on this, I'm going to get that first try. And I'm going to be like balancing a broom on my nose while I do it. That'll be added in with stream overlays. Oh, here we go. We enter the room, find ourselves surrounded by darkness. Suddenly you become aware of the fact that you cannot move or speak. A strange unknown force has taken over. Not the force, a force. A massive holographic image appears before you. You sense that you're the only life form in the area. So you've found your way to my hallowed chamber. This is a great bit of voice work here. I've been monitoring your travels on our planet. It appears that you're up the proverbial estuary without a means of locomotion. Also, a very good line. Up the proverbial estuary without a means of locomotion. This does have Charlie Brown vibes. You're obviously in need of transportation. Let's see if you're worthy of our assistance. We need you to do a murder. On the surface lives a beast called Orat. Not an Orat. This would suggest that Orat is maybe this creature's name. He proves to be a bit of an annoyance on occasion. Dispose of him and bring back evidence of your conquest. Only then will I deal with your plight. Good luck, strange one. Orat, son of Borat. Okay. Orat time. We got this. Good news is, gang, we got this. Orat doesn't stand a chance. I'm guessing that by the time they were making this game, they didn't have a chance to know how much people did not particularly care for the bridge that collapses in King's Quest 2. I think you have maybe like one more crossing than you need. So you can go across, back, across, and then maybe you get one more, I think. I'm not sure 100% on that. But you don't get a lot of extra time to fool around. It gives you 1 or 2 extra ones. Okay, so there are 2 ways to defeat the spider droid / Orat. Oh, Matt Stormcrow, you get one more if you forget to grab the Orat bits. That's smart. So the way that this one works, you have 2 solutions if you're not familiar with this. We can push that rock that you see up on the bridge onto the spider droid, destroying it with that, or you can do the solution I'm going to go for, which is hopefully lure the spider droid into the Orat's cave, at which point they will collide with one another and both will be blown to smithereens. I'll just hide right here. Yeah, first try. The cave interior now features a lovely new jagged metal liberated entrails motif. The stench? Whoo, not even an all-text adventure would attempt that description. That's a really good line. Welcome in, by the way, Matt Stormcrow. I really love the not even an all-text adventure would attempt that description. You know, some of the ads for Space Quest 1, there weren't many ads for Space Quest 1 EGA, but they were really like taking aim squarely at Infocom. They were just like, yeah, back before the days of television, people listened to radio, but then television came along and everybody realized radio was terrible. Well, now we have graphic adventures, so don't play Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Play Space Quest 1, because who would want to read when you could see beautiful 16-color graphics? Smithereen is a very special holiday celebrated in Springfield. Smithereen is their version of Halloween. Those were pro gamer moves. I have to say that was me performing at my peak levels. All right, let's see. Look part. Do not possess the item. Get part. Reach down and take the Orat part in your hand. Some of it oozes to fill the space between your fingers. Eat Orat. Eat part. You raise the Orat part to your mouth and attempt to feast on it. Unfortunately for you, it's composed mainly of bone. The small amount of flesh still clinging to the bone is incredibly rancid in flavor. You wisely give up on this idea. Wow. I didn't know you could do that. Well, there you have it. I thought we were going to get like some delicious short ribs. All right, let's do this. Back to our friend. And you know what? If we can make it past the skimmer, and surely we can given unlimited tries, right? I can be here all night if I have to. If we can get past the skimmer, maybe I will pop open my big box copy of Space Quest 1 that I have here and see what we got going on in there. And what? Go, no deaths. Paul. Let's see. Drink water. Place your lips to the nozzle and draw. A fluid, not a very reasonable facsimile of water, is released slowly. While tasting slightly terrible, it quenches your thirst, at least for the time being. Dehydrated water is a good gag. It's like nailing Cassidy's high noon, even more impressive. That's right. I don't think I've ever gotten more than one kill with high noon in Overwatch. I am terrible on Cassidy. Nothing about his gameplay makes sense to me, which is really the same for most DPS. Just add oxygen. Just a bunch of H. It's all H. This game, you know, I don't know if it does have a message for Look Arch. It probably does. Let's reload back. Let's find out. Goad you into getting closer. Yeah, let's see here. Like my dehydrated water with a little liquid ice. Look, Arch. You see a pair of oddly curved rock formations. They point at each other as if to form an arch. I like how generous it is with triggering the elevator there, too. Yeah, Matt, I mean, I kind of do want to drink from the pool again, though. Like, it's always a good idea. Nailed it. All right, here we go. Try sniff pool this time. Pool. Sniff pool. Smell pool. I mean, I've told the story before about the time that I smelled a bunch of acid in a chemistry lab under, while I was heating it up for a lab project and knocked out my sense of smelling for like several months, right? That was one of my better moments my freshman year of college. What you don't realize when you're reading stuff at the virtual broom closet, written in 1995, my freshman year of college, a lot of that old material was written by someone who no longer had a sense of smell because he foolishly heated up some, I think it was sulfuric, maybe it was hydrochloric, I can't remember. Heated some up and then it was just like, I wonder what that smells like. And it was just like, and just killed whatever parts of your nose make things smell. And it took a long time for it to come back. You know what I did though? I would have loved, I know waft was the word. Waft was the word that I was needing in that moment. But you know what I did? I did follow my safety training, which is I ran to the eye wash station and tried to angle my nostrils over the two little streams of water that shot out from there. And you know what? It provides some relief. But I didn't tell anybody or go to a doctor because I was like, I'm going to sound really dumb if I admit that I, nose blinded myself with smelling acid, which is like they probably would just say, it's like, you should have done that. We're not going to provide medical treatment. Your insurance isn't going to cover this, dummy. Let's lose our head again. Kissing a lit rocket nozzle. Next day, he became a super smelling superhero. That's right. You have no head. That darn acid pool must be filled with acid. Darn it. You obviously can't go on living that way. I mean, this is true. In the grand scheme of like ER doctor problems, that's probably not the most upsetting. Yeah, this is true. Daredevil logic did not kick in for me in this situation. I was hoping I might Matt Murdock it, but it wasn't meant to be. Nose blindness is a pre-existing condition. Acute auto nose blinding is probably not ideal, and honestly, not that cute either. All right, we're just steamrolling this section of the game. I hope nothing slows it down horribly here in a few minutes. I hope there's not a difficult arcade sequence followed by a save scumming gambling sequence that would slow us down. So you've returned. Fortunately, there's much more than meets the eye, like a transformer. Drop before me the proof of Orat's defeat. Drip part. You drop the Orat part to the ground. The vision is silent. You're startled by a rumbling and a tumbling, and suddenly an oddly shaped door comes into view. It opens slowly. You hear a voice, different this time, beckoning you to step forward. What does God need with an Orat part? Check it out, we got steam. Please don't be alarmed. We intend no harm. We are a peaceful race. We just murdered that one guy, and technically you murdered him. I mean, we didn't do anything. You're the one who was like, sure, I'll go murder someone named Orat. You're staying in the power generation facility of our underground settlement. All power here is produced by steam. That is unimportant to you, however. That's just a little bit of world building. We've promised you transportation. This is a skimmer. It hovers approximately 1/2 meter above the traveling surface. That's 1.5 feet to you and me, Russ. This is very important because of Grell. Grell and his like dwell in the caves below the sand. If you stay on the surface for too long, you chance becoming a rare, moist meal for him. Skimmer is programmed to take you to a settlement on the other side of Kerona called Ulence Flats. You can make further travel arrangements there. I'm sorry, this is all we can offer. Hope your trip is a safe one. Board the skimmer when you're ready to depart. Good luck, strange one. A racist pacifist and doesn't believe in war. We only kill out of personal spite. I mean, that's the vibe. Insert cartridge. Whoever shall read this. That's how I start all of my emails too. Whosoever shall read this, rather. Whosoever shall read this. My name is Dr. Slash Vohal. I am a scientist with the Star Generator Project aboard the Star Lab Arcada. We've just successfully completed development and testing of the Star Generator. During this time, I've come to believe that our progress has been monitored by others. I fear that the Sariens may have learned of our mission. Is there any indication you need to use the cartridge here? Not really, other than just seeing a screen and a slot beside. And of course, you leave it here, it gives you a bad ending, right? Because now you don't have what you need to save the world. If my fears prove true, the Star Generator and the people of our universe are in serious jeopardy. The Star Generator is a miraculous device. Used as intended, it will help preserve life for aeons to come. Used as a device for evil, it would cause the destruction of millions of lives and enslave all who would oppose the Sariens. I'm sure you've seen Star Trek 2. You know how the power to create can also be the power to destroy. You know how the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few or the one. You know that I am and always have been your friend. Encoded within this cartridge are all the plans and specifications for the construction of the Star Generator. Should any disaster befall the Star Generator project, scientists would be able to create a duplicate of the Star Generator with this information. Please guard this with your life. Return to Xenon ruling body as quickly as possible. Hey, David. Would you believe as a parent that there was a time I refused to give in to a child's tantrum, not because it's the right decision? Most spiteful response. Yeah. All right, we got this. Oh, important note. 6858, 6858, 6858. I know I've done this game a million times. We'll jot that down for when I forget it here in a little while. 6858. Okay. Please be careful and good luck. It would be great. 6-7, don't give me the wrong numbers. It would be great if they just said this is like Star Trek 2 and okay. Skimmer. Enter Skimmer. Actually, let's save here because I'm gonna have to do this a few times. Turn key. There, now that's gonna be our most efficient save. We'll try normal. I feel pretty normal today. This is what that alien sounds like when he groans. Or purrs. Ooh, man, I thought I missed that one. Not a good start. Yeah, the first time I ever streamed SpaceQuest 1 EGA, I had a perfect skimmer run, and that's not this. It was a miracle. I looked like the greatest SpaceQuest player of all time, and I was like, maybe I've just gotten good at the skimmer. Maybe that's what's happened here. Eating a few less donuts, you might have cleared that rock, Wilco. Yeah, still chasing that high years later. It's truly terrible. Yeah, SpaceQuest Companion loves to link everything to Sludge Vohal. Oh, look at that. Masterful. You know what? You get a save scum. Oh, we're doing great now. Slow was the secret all along. Well. Yeah, I wanted that one. That one I'm fine with. I don't mind hitting that one. That was part of the plan all along. So is that one. Like, you want to, like, ride your skimmer and put it up wet, as they say. You don't want to bring this thing into Ulence Flats in pristine condition. The locals will think you aren't a real space adventurer. Oh, critical, eh? Everyone's a critic. You know what I say. You know, Scorpia, speaking of critics from Computer Gaming World, in her review of this game, really questioned whether arcade sequences like this had any place in adventure games. She was one of the first people I'm aware of to the famed Computer Gaming World reviewer Scorpia to complain about action sequences in a adventure game. Danger Skimmer. Ooh, the Larry 3 log ride is bad. Oh, it's real bad. Okay, yeah, let's see. Oh no, we've glitched out the screen. Well, I fixed it, but didn't really help me there. Okay. Yeah, the mech fight, I feel like I used to be good at, and like the Skimmer. And the last few times I've done it, I've really struggled with the mech fight. I can't figure out if I just have lost whatever mojo I had for the mech fight in Space Quest 3, or if, like, I mean, surely ScumVM doesn't emulate it any differently than like DOSBox did or my original 286. So I think it's almost certainly me. It's a poor workman who blames his emulator, I always say. Ooh, jousting in Camelot. I got really lucky with that on my Camelot playthrough, but that is not normally a good arcade experience for me. Whew, that was pretty intense. You managed to successfully navigate through the treacherous boulder field. You're quite relieved to see that you've reached the settlement. All right. Welcome to Ulence Flats. This is the portion of the stream where we pause to point out, because almost always there's at least one person in chat when we're playing Space Quest 1 that isn't aware of this bit of trivia. But Ulence Flats is indeed a fart joke, and always has been. I didn't realize this until very recent years, long after I had started a Space Quest website and played this game God knows how many times. But yeah, Ulence Flats is a pun on flatulence, and I don't know how I missed that. It's such a good science fiction-y sounding name. It totally got me. This totally got me. A stone-crushing journey. Miraculously arrived safely at Ulence Flats. Just in time, too, because the Skimmer's power cell has been drained. It'll take some time to recharge itself. This place isn't quite what you expected. It is semi-bleak at best. Semi-bleak's good. Exit Skimmer. Get keys. Taken. Say, this is a genuine Fault and Sand Skimmer. I've been looking for one just like it. I wonder if you would accept 30 Buckazoids. No way. Fine, be that way. I'm going to follow this guy. He's got 30 Buckazoids. I'll just mug him and take them. Read graffiti. I don't understand graffiti. Read wall. It appears to be in Sarien. You're a little rusty in your Sarien, but it appears to say Xenon Bytes. How dare they? Search dust. Look pile. Strange white powder here. Search pile. This is my favorite message. I've only managed to find out in more recent years. Thank you, RJ. Let's see. Sniff pile. Wait, smell pile. Sniff dust. Snort dust. There we go. That's the one. I'm beginning to understand you a little better now. You snort some of the powder and feel a pain like that of 1,000 Krebel mites feasting on your nasal membranes. Is that message in Space Quest 1 VGA now that it has a smell icon, or was that taken out for maybe being too subversive? Thank you again, RJ. How'd you manage to solve the jetpack puzzle? I think that I was just suspicious of that guy. I just said no and then came back, and I think I just accidentally solved this. Final offer. I'll take the jetpack. Yes. Hope you're staying Ulence Flats is an interesting one. Sorry, guy. Oh, where are you going? Over this way? I'm sorry, I'm walking here. Okay. Sold. Skimmer. And you know what? This is the perfect time. I mentioned earlier that I might do this. Let's go over to the old Bing Cam. Here we are in lovely Bing Camo Vision. Good to see everybody. I thought we could look at this lovely copy of Space Quest 1, the Sarien Encounter. Ricky, I believe you mentioned the Apple II version earlier. This is that version. That's what my hard copy is. I picked this up about a year ago. It's in pretty good shape. I really been happy that I was able to snag one of these for a reasonable price on eBay. Let's pop it open and see what all is in here. See if we have all the goodies. Oh, we have, of course, I should note, the classic Sierra beige box. Open that up. Oh, and sitting right on top, we have the Droids BS coupon. Originally, this game shipped with the Droids RS coupon, but those are exceedingly rare. We have the Oasis bar coupon. We have, for some reason, a Mindscape order form. If you want to buy the latest Mindscape games, like, let's see, Bop and Wrestle. I owned Bop and Wrestle. That's a fantastic wrestling game. Indiana Jones and the Revenge of the Ancients. Rambo First Blood Part 2. You got everything. I don't know if this originally came with it or if someone mistakenly packed this in, but that's a fun little find. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, man, look at this, gang. A brochure for Sierra's Smart Money. A brochure for Smart Money. That is the comprehensive financial manager for personal or small business accounting from your friends at Sierra On-Line. Oh, man, this thing can do anything. How much did it cost? $79.95 in 1987 dollars. But yeah, if you need to make charts, if you need to make spreadsheets, Smart Money's got you covered. I actually use that still instead of Excel. It runs great in ScumVM. An order form for some hint books. Want a hint? Just send off and we will send you a hint form. A little tiny card advertising Sierra's bulletin board system. You can call in and 24 hours a day. It says, in order to, I don't know how well you can see this, look at that. In order to download, in quotes, product demonstrations. I think that download was still new enough that you'd put it in quotes. Oh man, we've got a warranty registration card, standard business. We've got your classic Space Quest 1, the Sarien Encounter instruction manual. We, of course, have discs. We have disc 1. We have disc 2. And on the Apple, I guess we have disc 3. Whoa, who drew a sexy lady on this? I hadn't looked at all these discs before. Oh, there we go. See, this is why collecting big box software is so fun. We have disc 4. Oh, man. And then a blank disc probably with save games. A Memorex blank disc. That's amazing. And then we have the Sierra We're Out to Make Software History catalog, including a little spread here on Space Quest 1 and 2. You can actually find this spread on the broom closet in the new publications section. So yeah, this one has it all. Got sexy ladies. Hey, I will be back. This one's got it all. It's got, sexy ladies. It's got a brochure for Smart Money. It could be lost. It's got both the pack-in coupons. How fun. Well, that was my copy of Space Quest 1. Oh, man. I love finding weird stuff in boxes I've acquired on eBay. Let's get back to the game. Okay, we're back. We're back. Whew. Intense. Sears catalog and Space Quest 1 disc. Oh man, I love a Sears catalog. Give coupon. Drink beer. It's like carbonated Zipple sweat. This person had the Blues Brothers. We'll have to check here. Order beer. Beer me. Drink beer. Gulp, gulp. Drink beer. Ah. As you sip another of the odd brews, you overhear someone at the bar speaking. There I was cruising through sector HH when I spotted this blip on the scanner. So I head toward it, you see, and right there in front of me sits the Deltaur. It's just sitting there. My heart starts warping on me. I figure my milliseconds are numbered. All I can think of doing is getting to my craft out of there. So I'm reaching for the throttle. All of a sudden, there's this incredible flash of light, you see, and just like a little planetoid explodes into a ball of fire, just like Alderaan in that movie Star Wars. I mauled the throttle and got out of there quick, you bet. Sector HH. Let's see who else we can get here performing. Come on. Here we go. Here's ZZ Top. On stage are two heavily bearded gents and a relatively clean-shaven drummer. They're one of the hottest bands of the quadrant. A sharp-dressed man. And the VGA version, you get a Madonna alien. Let's see if we get the Blues Brothers here. Here we go. There are a couple of non-galactic-looking humanoids cranking out some unfamiliar-sounding tunes. They seem interested solely in the music they're performing. It's a band. Play Rawhide. They've got both kinds of music in here. Ask about Crystal Skull Vodka. I might have to listen to him tell me about Crystal Skull Vodka. Okay, so now is the part of the stream where things lock in. Eyeballed skull. It was a nice can't turn you loose via ad lib, right? 3 eyeballs and the game switches to Manhunter. I hope not. If it does, I'm out of here. Suck methane. All right. Boy, that was a long stretch with very few wins. They were just break-even wins. Okay, so I gotta get past 31 to make it worth continuing. We got Baskin Robbins this thing. There you go. Oh no, the prophecies come true. It's Manhunter time. This is a textbook example of our officially extending gameplay time. I will say as a kid though, I loved it. Like, random game of chance was just like, sure, I'll play that for an hour. Why not? Okay, 61. Yeah, it could be way worse. There you go. That's diamond, 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 baby. It could be a poker game, a high-stakes poker game. Okay, I know I ask this every time we play Space Quest on the channel. What is my dollar amount I'm aiming for? Larry had blackjack and slots. Oh, that's huge. Oh, I'm definitely save scumming. I'm save scumming so hard. Ah, thank you, T-Pat. We're getting there. This is actually going way better than it has the last few times I've streamed this. Gimme, 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 gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme. All the copy protection for adult content, but what Larry really taught you was save scumming, yes. Okay, 178's the number to beat. Eat sand. Diamond. Oh. Not good enough to scum on. Give me a big win here, game. Something real, not just the win back your deposit one cherry. Eat sand. Okay. We laugh, but there's an entire slot machines category on Twitch. Yeah, go to betrivers.com and place your wager on this. Okay, we're getting there. Get a big win now. Come on, come on, come on. Thought we had it. Was feeling lucky. Yeah, thank goodness for the widget in the VGA version. Suck methane. You know what? You suck methane. How about that? How about those particular apples? I think that's an improvement, isn't it? Or at least a break even. Come on. It's just good TV. That's the thing. Sometimes it's just good TV. Sometimes it's just good TV. Come on, 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 come on. Wish I had my copy of the Space Quest Companion here with me. I could just be reading from that while I push F8. Whoa, big win, big win. I think we decided we needed 265, so we're closing in on it. I was so sure that was it. You plan to play remakes as well? I'm going to mix in a little bit of everything. I think I'll definitely play the Space Quest 1 VGA remake. I don't know if I'll go back and hit like the infamous quests, Space Quest 2. I might play the Space Quest 3 3D remake by Turbo Chimp. I like that one a lot. And I mean, hey, it's Space Quest 3. What's not to love? But I'm definitely hitting the fan games. We're definitely going to get, at a minimum, I'm going to try to play through Bohal Strikes Back and Incinerations, if not maybe one or two others. Okay. Let's get this thing. We gotta win. We gotta get out of here. We gotta win. Gotta make this happen. Gotta do this thing. Yeah, don't worry, Robbie Techie. We are definitely safe scumming our way through here. There's no other way to play. Come on, 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 come on. Yeah, I was gonna say, we haven't gotten 3 skulls yet, and that seems pretty unbelievable. Like, how many spins have I done by this point? Like, it gotta be over 100. Is that better or worse? About the same, I think. Worse, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely way worse. Come on. Come on. I need this. I need this to be happy and healthy. It's hopeless, says the game. I know. Come on, 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 come on. Do, 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 do. I'm worse off than I was before. This is killing me. Okay, that is an improvement. Okay. Come on, Jess. You got this. Come on, J-Man, as everybody around here calls me. Big J. Double J. You know, as someone with the first to middle initials J, I feel like I really dodged a bullet not being a JJ in my life. Did I play the games in the order they were released back in the day? You know, I think I definitely played Space Quest 1. Then I think I played 3, 4, 2, 5, 6, if I'm not mistaken. So I actually looped back to Space Quest 2 a little late. I never saw it in a store or got my hands on it. One of my friends gave me a pirated copy. And it was years later before I played one VGA. Like, that was one that was never on my radar until I think I bought the Space Quest collection. Like, I don't even remember seeing one VGA in stores necessarily, but I'm sure I did. I read about it in Interaction magazine, but never played it. I still need to add a copy of Space Quest 2 to my big box collection. One I don't have yet. I don't have Space Quest 2 or 3. I actually bought a nice copy of 3 about 10... There it is. You lose, homeboy. I bought a copy of 3 like 10 years ago, and it's just gone. I have no idea if it got lost in our move or what happened, but it's really odd. Like, it had the Andromedan glasses and everything in it. Oh, we're so close. Come on. You lose, homeboy. Just let me win. Game, would it be that hard to just let me win? I thought that was it. The house always wins, it's true. I've played New Vegas, it's so true. I mean Space Quest New Vegas, it's my favorite fan game. Yeah. Really, that only got me back to 241? I think that's low. trying the glasses and nose on the way home. You know, that is such, like, I think that has to be a Mark Crow thing. Mark Crow loved, like, paper crafting stuff. Like the SpaceQuest logo that appears on this box. That was, and probably a lot of you guys know this, that's actually like a paper craft that designer Mark Crow put together and then they had photographed. So that is like literally folded and decorated paper that he did, like just as a fun little craft project. It's like, it's incredibly cool, right? So I'm betting anything. And I know that other paper craft stuff is kind of his deal. I think they released one in connection with Space Venture at some point. So I would bet anything that nose and snout was all Mark. You lose, homeboy. Okay, just give me the win I need. I can't do this much longer. 250, that's an improvement. Come on, come on, come on. Just need a win. Ah. All right. Nah, there are those. This novelty company's bad news. Gurnville, Fedor. Okay, we did it. That's a classic Bazinga. Got paid. All right. I like the do-it-yourself nature of old PC game covers too. Yeah, Space Rogue with its dude in a leather jacket with a motorcycle helmet's very good. Also, very good one. Ah. Let's see here. Ooh. Take leak. You leave a moist arc on the building's side. You beam with pride, having just written your name in the sand. Drat. You could have gone without that sudden gust of wind. That's the take leak Easter egg. The underlying joke of all Space Quest is the utopian future is commercialized and kind of crappy. If you like that, you'll enjoy Outer Worlds. Welcome to Droids Be Us, the finest emporium for mechanized beings in the quadrant. We have a complete lineup of droids for any purpose imaginable. Well, almost any. I assume that's supposed to be a slightly, but not very, naughty joke. All top of the line, but I suppose you'd probably be interested in our sales items. Please walk this way. I walked that way, my eye stalks would fall off. 45 buckazoids. Give coupon. I see you bear one of those coupons. Oh, well, you shall receive 20% off my quoted prices. Bye. You know, I never finished the first Outer Worlds. I kind of like got a vibe for it and was like, all right, this is a good game. I think I'll move on to something else. I probably should go back and explore it at some point. I think I found, if I recall, it's been a few years now, I guess, finding the combat a little just forgettable. Is that a universal coupon? No, it's just the pack-ins from the box. So you get the 2 coupons, one for the bar and one for the droid place. Hey, Tiny. Howdy, bucko. Can I interest you in one of the finest little spaceships in the galaxy? It's like you're a mad discerning taste. Never been flown over Mach 3, owned by a little old lady from Glanzadrom. Here. Let's see here. Ships. Buy ship. Tell you, I think you made a wise decision. She's a beauty. The keys are in her. If you have any problems, don't hesitate to come back and tell us about them. Enter ship. Definitely something unique about it. You turn the key excitedly. Well, geez, guys, seems to develop some minor malfunction since we acquired it. I have a small micrometeor showered the other day. That was probably it. Can't refund your money. Company policy. It's out of my hands. I can't give you 70 buckazoids credit on any other ship. Pretty fun. He's a beaut. 185 buckazoids. Buy ship. Any problems? Okay. A heck of a pleasure. Darn the luck, Roger Wilco. You've crashed in the dunes and ended your life. The various inhabitants of the Keronian desert are now feasting on what remains of you. Guess that wasn't such a hot purchase. All right. Tiny guy seems questionable. Tiny versus Stan. Oh, it's Stan still. Yeah, no question. Ship. Climb ladder. Press load button. What sector shall I head for, sir? Bye, Kerona. Hunter Hurst. Send me to sector Hunter Hurst. Where do you think you're going with my ship? You hop into the purple yonder. Thank you, Clill. Well done, Roger Wilco. You managed to overcome the elements of Kerona, from the endless deserts and spider droids to obnoxious salesmen and bad booze. Yes, the sand in your boots shall forever remind you of this forsaken planet. You should feel proud, but now destiny awaits with an even greater challenge. Hang on, sir. We're heading into an asteroid field. It's one of those asteroid fields, like the asteroid field from Star Wars: A New Hope. Prepare yourself for an asteroid field. I believe that typo remains in the VGA version, if I'm not mistaken. That was mighty close. We did it. We've established visual contact with the ship of Sarien origin. The name Deltaur is confirmed. You might consider the fact that we are in danger by being anywhere near this ship. Hope you didn't waste money on the extended warranty when you purchased me. I will slow our approach and stand off at a safe distance. I imagined such a personality for this droid as a kid. Like, I loved this droid. Like, I imagined it was like a full-on character with a very distinct set of wants and needs unto himself. I just like fan fictioned tons of stuff about this droid in my head. What do you think this droid is up to post Space Quest 1? Hard to say. Wear jetpack. Now wearing the jetpack. Okay. Exit ship. Before leaving the safety of your ship, you instruct the little droid to set course for Xenon, where you will rendezvous later, providing, of course, that you're successful in carrying out your mission. Once again, you're on your own. Love this. Open door. You grasp the large handle and twist, and the rather significant amount of pain being registered. You're extremely grateful to hear a click. Airlock seals behind you. You try to open it again without any success. It appears you're stuck here, into the belly of the beast. The innermost cave, as Joseph Campbell would call it. Okay, cleaning droid. All right. Inside ship. Open trunk. Open trunk. Get in trunk. Lid pound shut above you. Your voice is muffled, then louder. You suddenly feel the trunk lift off the deck and the sensation of movement. After a few minutes, the trunk thuds to the floor, causing you to see stars in the darkness. The voices sound farther away, then gone. Open trunk. Lost your jetpack. Ah, beans. Let's see. Open washer. Get in. Enter washer. Hey, take care, Retro Gamer Dad. Glad you could be here. At least there's no large event maze here, true. About to become all washed up. Open door. Somehow you've managed to survive the rinse cycle. As you emerge from the clean, you notice that you're dressed in the Sarien battle uniform. What a stroke of genius, yeah. Now you can wander throughout the ship without calling attention to yourself. Search pockets. Look suit. In the pocket of this uniform is an alien identification card. The name on the card is Buxton Freem. You wonder if that's a common Sarien name. Freem. Okay. Talk to guard. Guard looks at you as if, though you look different somehow. Oh no, he describes to you in graphic detail his previous evening's exploits. Is this the way of the star generator, you asked? Don't ask me, I just work here. Is this the way of the star generator? You'd be trying to save your planet? Guard outlines his favorite massacre, the Great Daventry Rout, as he called it. You ponder the meaning of this for a while. Got a light? Sorry, don't drink. You played King's Quest 3, you asked the guard? Yes! I just bought it last week. It was on sale for 128,000 buckazoids at Tiny's Holodisc shop. What a bargain. Discard. You pucker up your lips and lean close. You suddenly remember what your mother taught you about Sariens. In a rare moment of wisdom, you decide not to get anything started you're unwilling to finish. I, of course, know exactly where I'm going, so this is not an issue. Let's go requisition a few grenades. I like how it uses 3D space too. I think that there's some really neat uses of that in Space Quest 1. I like the fact that things like the Orat puzzle and even that, crossing the grate with the green tentacle monster inside, that all of that requires, some sort of positioning on screen, which is sort of fun. I mean, King's Quest, every staircase was a positioning puzzle, but I kind of like it here. Spit on guard. You gather up a nice mouthful and let it fly. Fortunately, you forgot that you're wearing a helmet. The warm saliva oozes down the side of your face. You feel rather stupid. I love that there's a message for that. Yeah, it is a big ooh moment, isn't it? Ooh, the weapons dispensary. Okay. Show card. Get grenade. Ooh, just in time. Pulse ray. Well, this will be good. I'm really good with the pulse ray, so this should go real smooth. Real smooth. Drop grenade. Oof. Good shot, Roger Wilco. Okay, now it should be smooth sailing as long as our disguise doesn't get ruined in some way. Whoa, no, you klutz. Aren't you the clumsy one? Because of your inability to walk without falling on your face, your helmet is now riding the elevator without you. You've blown your cover. The Sariens are sure to shoot first and ask questions later. That is kind of convenient, though. The time it takes to ask questions when you could just be shooting. Okay. I start blasting. All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Search body. Search Sarien. Get control. Press off button. Look screen that's not visible. Okay. Look device. Use device. Look device. Look star generator. Look panel. Six. Oh, F6. That's why I use to fire my gun. Pardon me. Thank you. Oh no. It's time to blow this taco stand is another good line. Oh, there it is. You've been disintegrated. That's what the sneeze threw me off. I would have gotten that if it hadn't been for the sneeze. Authentic beeping, that's right. Oh, look who doesn't show up now. Wow. That was a pretty easy escape, all things considered. All right. Enter pod. You swiftly slip into the sleek ship. You swiftly slip into the sleek ship. You swiftly slip into the sleek ship. Nope, can't do it. There you go. That's why they put that message in there. Okay. Launch pod. Close hatch. Press go. Look controls. Launch. There we go. Nailed it. Wow, look at that. Still way short. No 202 of 202. Not tonight. Better luck next time, Roger Wilco. The Deltaur has been blown to tiny fragments by the force of the star generator's blast. You saved the lives of millions of people, not to mention the lives of those in other systems. Don't get a big head. Whoa, congratulations, Roger Wilco. You've rid the universe of the evil Sariens and saved your people from certain doom. The star generator technology is safe inside the data cartridge. Now a new star generator can be built and carry out its original task. You're an all-around hero. You made it home safely aboard the stolen Sarien craft, where you've encountered a cheering Xenon crowd. They've gathered together for a ceremony in your honor. The ceremony is already in progress. We did it. We beat Space Quest 1. Can you believe it? Presented with a golden mop. Thanks for cleaning up our galaxy. Once a janitor, always a janitor. World record pace, that's all I'm asking for, Tom. Watch for Space Quest 2. Just say Xenon, how do you feel? Very sweepy. Oh, man. Oh, man. Always a janitor except in Space Quest 5. We did it. We did it, gang. We beat Space Quest 1. What a ride. And what a way to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the Virtual Broom Closet. Everyone, be sure to visit the Broom Closet. It's been online since 1995. It's been fun going back and updating it here recently. I spent the past couple of months putting together some new content for it, just some new little treats for y'all. Be sure to check it out. And it's Space Quest month. We will be streaming even more coming up soon. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. For now, we'll see if we can get a raid going, and then we will be on our way. Let's see who is online and where do we need to raid to. What is happening? Let's see. Okay, looks like we may have some good options. Let's raid in on Pixel Turkey, who is playing Gabriel Knight 1. Who doesn't love Gabriel Knight 1? It's hard to say no. to a Gabriel Knight 1 stream. So let's raid over and say hey to Pixel Turkey. Everybody, thank you again for joining me. I think I'll be back tomorrow night. What will I be playing? Will it be Space Quest 1 VGA? Will it be a fan game? It's hard to say, but Space Quest month is going to keep on rolling, and I will see y'all then. Take care and have a great start to your week.